Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Kiwi Ears Aether. So these are my planar, as it states on there, 15.3mm. So this is, I think, one of the largest drivers, or it is the largest driver planar that I think I've ever tried. So quite curious, seems to be a good set, but obviously it's still sealed, so I've not tried it yet. Yeah, anyway, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this over to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to this video, no thoughts and opinions are my own, and yeah, planars always probably the more intriguing ones to me instead of like dynamic drivers. Anyway, so yeah, still sealed, as you said, I haven't tried it, so let's just get into it. So let's have a look. So 15.3mm enhanced detail, impactful bass, balanced sound, hi-fi quality, well obviously we'll see. Yeah, so 15.3, so that's really quite large. Website there, planar there. The shells look fairly big, so I'm quite curious of that. So 15.3, 105 decibels, so that's a little bit lower, 14 ohms, so you might need a decent dongle, is probably recommended. 20 Hz, 20 kHz, which is big enough. 3.5, so it's not a balanced cable, and 0.78 2-pin. So let's see what we get. It's quite a nice box, silver. Nothing really on the back. It's easy enough to get out. Last time I had something like this, I think it was the Zigar Lush box. That's it. So yeah, looks like more of an aluminium or aluminum if you're American kind of finish. Some paperwork in there. Not too bothered about that. Okay, this is a bit different from Kiwi Ears. What can I actually get into? Let's go. Okay, check that last. So that's a really soft material. If I can get these things out, I might have to use a tool or something. That's a bit tricky. Okay, I'll get back to that in a bit. But obviously you'll see in the review what they're like. Nice kind of finish, kind of that metallic. If it gives me, there you go. Yeah, nice finish. I'll see if I get what they're like in a bit. Maybe tips in here. I don't want to break this. Is it this way? That's it. 3 lots of tips. See, I think they've used these a few times before, but they seem fine. Okay. See what's in this one. Again, I don't really want to break the. It's like a mystery to get this. There you go. I think I've seen this before. Kiwi Ears. Let's see what kind of cable you get. Okay. So yeah, I think I've seen this a few times. I think it looks like what Zigar use or something similar. No branding on there. 3.5. The colours there. And that's it. So obviously I'm quite curious to see what these are like. I'll try and get these out carefully. They might be able to push them out to the back, but yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys and girls in the future. Yes, so welcome to my review section of the Kiwi Ears Aether, which is kind of a cool name. I did show you the cable before, but anyway, this is what it looks like, straight 3.5. I think they've used this a few times, but it's not too bad. I would like to have seen a 4.4 basically version of this cable, and that chin slider is quite loose. And obviously that's what they look like connected basically. They are quite large units. But yeah, very kind of basic setup. That's it. So yeah, that's what it look like fitted. Anyway, take these off. So price, if I didn't mention it before, because it's been a few days since I did the intro, these are £130. I think something like that kind of ballpark. So they're not that cheap, but they do use quite a good driver. But obviously I'll get to all that type of stuff in a bit. So comfort and fit obviously is very important. Now these are quite large, as you can see. It's one of the probably the thickest with 2 C's, thick IEMs I've tried for quite a while. Now it helps that there's no fin or anything here, so I had no real issues, but you might see it's got a short nozzle, so you have to play around with tips as well to help you. But that's one negative. I mentioned it in the conclusion part. So yeah, quite thick really. And another problem is probably power and sensitivity. Now these are quite power hungry, so you need a decent source for this. It's not like planar headphone kind of difficult, but you need at least a powerful, a pretty decent dongle to power these. So just bear that in mind, because otherwise on weaker amp DAC units, well, dongles, it sounds flat. The sound, I won't say thin, but it just sounds flat, lot of detail. When you power it properly, it wakes it up basically. But so yeah, just bear that in mind. Timbre on this set, it's actually pretty good, but obviously it does have that kind of tonality to it, which is a bit unnatural. But it's very hard to get a planar that doesn't sound like a planar. But yeah, it's still very good anyway. It's just got that bit of taste to it, you know what I mean, that kind of tonality to it really, but it's not too bad. So technical performance, pretty good, as you can probably imagine. I don't think it's amazing, but I still was very happy with its performance. Soundstage imaging, which is obviously good. Either way, width, depth are very good. Again, it seems to wake up with volume, but yeah, then you have to be wary of kind of hearing, obviously. But yeah, also they do take a bit of power. So if you can power this properly, they are very good. Same for gaming, it should be quite fine. Probably not for competitive, because you really have to have no bass for competitive, because you want to hear all the footsteps and where the sound's coming from. But I think I do for headphones for gaming, but that's a different topic. But yeah, for gaming, I enjoy my time with it. I'm more of a casual gamer, so just obviously bear that in mind. Yeah, so I think that's it really. So yeah, micro details and all that stuff is good. So anyway, sounds. So I'll just put the graph on. It does graph quite similar to other planars. So as you can see, it looks more V-shaped, but because it's a planar, this set isn't as bassy as I was expecting on the graph. So it does mog up towards the sub bass, but it's, to be honest, these are not a bassy set in my opinion. Obviously, tips help a lot for bass because it's all about the seal, but in my opinion, not a bassy set. But the bass it does have is very good. Again, very fast. DDs are still typically the way to go for low end, for punch, and that these do lack that a bit. But with a planar, you can EQ the crap out of these to help against that. Mid range, pretty solid really. Vocals are not as forward as the graph looks in my opinion. So obviously I'll graph these after I use them. Female vocals are pretty good, and male vocals. Mid range, I think it was solid on this set. It just doesn't look as planars always look more spicy on the graph than I think they are in real life. DDs aren't, so if a DD looks a bit spicy, it sounds a bit spicy, or it can be a bit sharp. But it doesn't sound as sharp as it looks, in my opinion. But yeah, I was quite happy so far. Treble, these are a bit bright, so see that 8 gap towards the 8K? I think there is something there, but again, it depends on your volume or what you're listening to. But these are I find a detailed set. They're not a fatigue. You can get a bit of fatigue. It just depends on how long you're listening for and how high the volume is. Plus they've got that big peak, so these have got they've got very good extension, as you know, one of the positives of planar. If you want to hear all the details, planars are normally the way to go. But yet detailed set, in my opinion, can be a bit spicy for some people. But again, it all depends. Also, if you don't like it, you can EQ it down or up if it's lacking anything. But on the whole, kind of reminds me of normal planar sets, but the driver they've used, I think it's over 15mm, so it's quite a large driver. It seems quite effortless in its presentation, as long as you have to power it properly is one of the main things. Yeah, good set. It can be spicy, like I said a few times. Seems to cover a lot of music quite well. And that's it. But it can be as well. Then it's not that forgiving of poor quality recordings. So that's the thing. If you've got a detailed set, and you listen to something that's recorded or mastered poor, you can tell. So yeah, I think I'll probably end it there. So conclusion of the Kiwi Ears Aether, good set. So negatives is 1. I think a 4.4mm cable included would help, with a dongle basically to get the extra power. I've got desktop gear, so I've got all the power I need via 3.5. Shell, it's a bit large, as you can see, really quite large, really, and it can be probably a little bit spicy, a little bit depending on your volume, but on the whole, good set, detailed set. May take a bit of tip swapping to get it right, but overall I like my time with it. I'm glad I actually requested these, because I didn't get sent these initially. I requested it. It's always good to try a planar, because I find these a bit more intriguing than just a normal DD, really. But yeah, I like my time with it. You have to play around with the fitment. As you can see, it's quite large, but it's good build quality. Kiwis do some decent stuff, and sometimes they don't. But the last few items I think have been pretty good, so can't really say much better. Yeah. So planar, I tried it with these tips, the one with the red middle, and they worked quite well for me. And I think that's it. So yeah, good set. So you need power, get the fitment right, and they can be a bit spicy. And also a 4.4 cable might be a little bit beneficial, just because balanced outputs typically have a bit more power than the 3.5. And I think I'll end it there. So yeah, if you think I missed anything about these, let me know as usual in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next video.